approach it, what to do. You know, metas shift, but they don't shift that quickly, so... Bottom left-hand corner, we're going to start off with our red Zergy. Let's see if we can do this full series without getting distracted by the chat. And the bottom left, our red Zerg is Rogue. But on the top left, our blue Terran is Cure. So, Persephone, going to be our map to start us off. Big best 3 Rogue is 1-0, Cure 1-1. So, this is a big one. You lose this as Cure, you're 1-2, and you're out, actually, because then Rogue would be 2-0, Spirit's 2-1. So, Cure must win this series if he wants to advance. Kind of a crazy situation we perhaps find ourselves in, but that is because he lost to Spirit at the start of the day. That loss in the TVT having a big impact all the way down here. Ling's going to come about. Reaper will get a few shots up as we see the queens coming around. Just going to be having the command center factory continue to come through. Refinery still coming up. The reactor is coming by. It's going to be seeing a couple of shots going out over to the left. As you just see the Reaper continuing about. Just going to be seeing the grenade going down. Queen taking some damage. It's going to be seeing the factory continuing through. Orbital command coming up, reactor coming over. I'm just going to be seeing the barracks onto that reactor. Factory going to swap to the reactor as well. And the barracks gets the tech lab started. There's a starport, there's double gas as well, so we're going to be seeing a little bit of the tech here before we go to triple CC. Secure with a chance to put some pressure on in these early stages. I wonder what the scenario is going to look like here. Just because obviously you're looking for some damage. It's going to be a Liberator and then some Hellions. So trying to poke by, run by with Hellions, and then we're liberating it up afterward. Again, liberating a couple of Hellions continue through. The Queens and the Sling Speed coming up. Get those few drones on the way as well. It's going to be seeing the Reaper and the Hellions. Just going to be coming down to that bottom side. So there's a lot of Hellions being made here. Vancouver, not too surprising, just wants to try and poke through a little bit, get that Liberator out. I honestly, I started commentating this TVZ a little bit as a TVP because I'm reading people discussing TVP in chat. I had to remind myself it's completely normal to keep building Hellions in the Terran versus Zerg matchup. I'm sorry, guys. Am I, like I said, getting a little bit tired today, apparently, and also apparently my brain a little bit off track, but yes. A little bit of something there. We do see Liberator, Marine, Stim all coming through. Secure getting established with all of this. Lings, Queens, and the Carapace upgrade coming online at the same time. I'm just going to see this Liberator going to go for Queens. It's actually going to be far enough away that it can hit the Queens back, but it doesn't have the view to get the drones. And a Spore will come in position that should stop that Liberator from doing anything else here for now. A Liberator will get pushed away because of it, so Lib gets pushed back for the moment. Again, engineering bay is building, the barracks still continue through, and we will just have our Hellions. Going to take a moment on the healing shrine here on Persephone. I really wish we could keep this map for the next map call. I don't know about you guys, but I actually think Persephone is a really good map that provides pretty standard games, but just feels different with that healing shrine that actually gets used. The layout really works well. I actually think Persephone is going to be the map I'm most sad to see leave the map pool if we replaced all 9 maps. I think Persephone would absolutely fit for another season. Like, it's not a map that gets played every single series, but it's also not a map that, like it's just got a bit of interest to it. I kind of like it. Hellions get healed up. Obviously, we did get a bunch of drones there in the end. It's been 10 drones killed this game. It has taken 2 Liberators, but hey, we got the 10 drones eventually. They were kind of later drone kills, so less impactful than if they happened early. There's some things to think on here as Rogue sets up across the front. Playing this carapace upgrade early left, finishing. We did see Rogue play some mutas earlier, but this does not really feel like mutas because of the lineup of things. And the infestation pit is going to be following the Hydra Den here. Means that we're going to be seeing the Hydras at first, and then the potential to take in the Lurkers. This could also just be Ling Hydra and Festa, and just trying to play into kind of fungal growth, and then the Ling Hydra for the damage output as well. So we'll see what is going to happen. Hellions get through. A few more creep tumors there. The hatchery going to come down. The Medivacs, they'll take that chance to head to the bottom right-hand side, and the Hellions still walking away at the hatchery for a few moments. It's getting some damage done here for now as the Queens continue to gather, and we do see the Zerglings still settling just for the next couple of moments, Marines. Gonna jump onto and get rid of the Overlord. The Hellions continue to gather about. Just gonna be seeing the Queens gonna come back the other way. 1-1 coming through, the combat shield coming over. Again, Marine, Siege Tank all coming about. The Armory will be finishing shortly. We get the extra factory on the way as well. And we just see the Queens going to run down the bottom right-hand side. A few Marines coming across over there. A little scan to see what's going on. And the Marines will get rid of the Overlord on that right-hand side as well. Bam, bam. The Ovies are gone. This Marine tank continues to move around into the middle of the map, around that right-hand side just for the moment. It's a lot of Lings. Going to run their way into this mineral line. A bunch of SCVs. Getting jumped on right away right now as the Hellions come across. A few of the Marines getting some damage done. Again, Hive, Lurker Den coming through. Get the Hydras and the Infestor building up. And get a little bit more Ling Hydra still coming about. Upgrades still on the way. Plus, augments a part of that. There's a few Hellions morph themselves into Hellbats here. The Marine tank continues to go down the right side. And Q are looking for a push into this bottom right base. Lurker Den just not ready yet. We've got a fungal growth to help. That was not really the best fungal. It grabs a handful of Marines on the left side. The Infestor gets blasted to pieces. And I get the feeling that this is going in the wrong direction compared to what we wanted to at the moment here for Rogue. He is taking a lot of damage. I mean, he's going to keep a few Hydras alive at the end. Going to lose a 5th hatch to the left-hand side. Troop spread only really good through the direct center of the map, which doesn't really help you protect a lot of your bases here, unfortunately. T2 still building on those engineering bays. Marine, tank, medevac coming up and online. The barracks are still coming over. Hydra Lurker building as well. Rogue's so close to getting to that better army, right? The Lurkers are going to make a big difference. Some actual Infestors on the map with good fungals could make a big difference too. That was a very cramped position where Rogue was definitely running across and trying to save the day. Last kind of second, like out of position and being forced into position. I just have those couple medevacs doing some healing as things here will get caught by those Marines. I mean, Cure has a lot of supply in his favor. Like I say, it's important for Rogue to get to these Lurkers and hopefully take some good fights with these Lurkers. It's pretty much the only way he's going to see success here. As the Marines try to show up, but the Hydras will say no, and they get pushed back as well. So the medevacs pulling away over that left-hand side. Going to get hit by the Queens in the main. They have transfusions to keep each other alive. They will do exactly that. We will get one medevac as well. Nice. Once again, it's a push down the right side, but the Lurkers are there, and they actually get good connections. And Rogue, oh my god, just killed a bunch of Q's army. That was, what, like 9:45 in this game? We might have to go back and look at that again. as the couple of tanks get forced to lift back into medevacs there as well. They're going to peel away for the moment and try to unload once more into that bottom right-hand corner as we resettle ourselves here for the moment. Marines get through, a little supply block for Rogue, but now Lurker's getting to the other side of the map, and Rogue going to put himself in a position where he really has a chance on this one. Marines and tanks take some more hits. The Lurkers still lingering around. It's going to be seen the medevac's going to go boosting away. There's a couple of queens going to try to get on top of the Marines. Hydra's Lurkers setting up. We are going to see the SCVs running through. And we have ourselves, 20 SCVs already going down. The Marines still jumping on top of the Lurkers, trying to do what they can. They probably get the cleanup, but obviously damage is dealt here. 22 SCVs, the 4th base lifted currently, so, sorry, it's the 3rd base that's lifted, right, but we call it the 4th, whatever. It doesn't matter. One of the 4 bases is up in the skies. So you're knocking this down and kind of becoming a 3-base Terran for a little bit. It's not a permanent feature. This orbital can fly back into location, but it's some good damage, and Rogue keeps this game alive here on Persephone. We are absolutely in play to see where this goes. Instant run-by from Rogue. He's been so fast with all of these run-bys and stuff lately. He's been absolutely great in these scenarios. It's been really fun to watch him in those situations. There's a few Marines going to unload from the medevacs. Grade 3 upgrades still coming through. Got the Hydras on the way up. The Baneling Nest is not far from being completed. Bio coming down that left-hand side. We're going to go in after a creep tumor on the edge. The Lurkers get a few shots off. Ling's still producing by. And just have, again, the rest of this army continue to gather together. The Hydras chasing the medevacs back up to the high ground. Going to unload over here. The Overlords will take some more shots. A few more Hydras coming up into the center here. Currently is the hatchery going to get, I think it was instantly killed, no? So insta-kill on the hatchery. Killed 2 hatches this game, so I guess that probably adds up. As you see, the Lurkers just, again, sitting a little ways back. It's going to hit the depot down and start to pick away through the refinery as well, so even more damage to be done there. As Marines and medevacs run up the top right, there's actually not much to do in the upper right side because that's your side of the map, but just afraid of kind of sticking around the bottom right, I guess. Rogue is stabilizing big time compared to before. He is really getting those bases up over on the edges and, yeah, just getting like I say on the edges, but kind of more the middle of the map, I guess, really. Getting those middle bases up. He gets 6 bases here, feeling a lot better. He's pressuring around the edges of the Terran bases and just slowly kind of moving Lurkers forward, but Ghosts are here and they're going to start getting some snipes off, and that makes it a little bit tougher. We are going to see the Baneling speed coming up at a great time. Banelings are going to be a fantastic addition once the Ghost count starts growing, especially nowadays where the Ghosts take that extra damage to the light, or just have that light tag, so yes, it is very important now to see these Banes coming up and give you an option as the Ghost count grows for you to play a little bit more kind of Bane heavy and to kind of get an answer up to the Ghost as well. We have seen Liberators producing too, another way to kind of step up against these Lurkers and to hold positions and to hold things back. Rogue try to push in further on this left side. It can't get anything else done, but it's still at least keeping Kure to a 4-base Terran player. He's trying to keep Kure from being a 5-base Terran too soon. The longer you can keep him as a 4-baser, the happier he's probably going to end up being. Fire runs down to the bottom. It's going to be seen again, the few Lurkers burrowed up already, looking to play nicely defensively for now. Let's see a couple of Niduses attempting to come up into the main base. Not exactly ideal. Let's just see the Lurkers on that right side still holding out. A couple of Widow Mines here make it hard to push into. Just going to slowly push up. Some of the Lurkers getting reached. The mines have to reposition. You might need a Viper or two to start dealing with some of these Liberators maybe. Or just not even be at the point where we need to think about Aspire and a few Corruptors so we can actually engage into Libs more comfortably. Because right now, Libs are becoming a problem. There's no good answer to them to really available on the map at all. Hydras just lunge forward here, just going to try and break this position. Get rid of the Libs and you can kind of step toward the base more easily, and maybe that was just the goal. If it was, then it's going to be a major success. He can get toward it, but the Bio does rotate around, and he is going to be able to step up and get rid of the Lib at the cost of 1 Hydra. Liberator goes down. And Kure is just again being stopped from truly fully setting up, but he is inching close to that maxed out scenario. He is inching close to truly holding the 5th base. I don't think Kure is genuinely that far away from success here in this game. Now we'll see what these next couple of attacks bring, because we are morphing in a bunch of Banelings as Rogue, and they may be the secret to kind of unlock the next step of this game. Still using the Niduses keeps a lot of units from the Terran player busy, keeps them back at home, and that's big as well. Stimming on those Marines that are not protected by a medevac will add up as well eventually, so Rogue is going to continue to settle in the center. The extra banelings all coming up. Like I say, the more of those we get up, the happier we're going to be. +3 missiles, +2 melee. And that production tab as well. You get those upgrades, and that obviously opens the door to having a much more powerful army as well. As the Marines, the Marauder getting after the Nidus network already. Lings is going to get on top of the siege tank. It's going to go the other way. Rock's going to go down. Oh, some of the Banelings got caught and couldn't get away. Caught in the rock cascade. As, Nidus actually went up in the main base. No, it was in the natural. It went up, but it died instantly. In the main base, though, we might actually get the Nidus up here. It's been a long time coming, trying to get a Nidus up, and this time we'll get a few lurkers out. And we're going to run them over, throw them up, and start playing defense. Obviously, Liberators are there. Liberators will start to get those kills, but the lurkers will reposition, and the Liberators are just a really good defense. They will just continue to reposition as well. Taking some attention from the Terran, but I don't know if it's worth these lurkers going down. New Nidus, and we should probably just jump back into that Nidus. Save these lurkers, save what we can. 3 of them jump in, and the bio will come through and play cleanup for the moment. We'll see Nidus is popping elsewhere. And so Rogue definitely starting to be able to get those Niduses up, but Cura is now maxed out. He's a much better Terran than before. Now it's Hydras that pop out of the Nidus, though, and we're going to get rid of the base. The lurkers, the Liberators don't protect against the Hydras as well as they do the lurkers, and that's a lot of Hydras as well, so everything that was in the base again overran, and that's why it's impossible to let lurkers go up and have a good time after. Now we're getting caught on creep. The base being there gives you a bit of creep spread to work with, and a bunch of ghosts got caught by Banelings already. Never mind the fact we're still chasing the rest of that army down. Hydra's lunging about as well. Lingbane still moving through. Medevac bio pulling back to the upper left-hand side. Hydra's going to get busy once again. My goodness. Marine Marauder coming about. A couple CCs coming through. The Lingbane still coming over. A bunch more Zerglings coming into production. Adding a hatchery on as we see the Banes crashing through. A lot of these SCVs going down, but not enough. This Planetary Fortress will survive. So the Planetary lives. Rest of the bio coming over. Just going to have a couple of Hydras nibbling at the refinery. Up command center into the front. The Nidus is going to back away. Rest of the bio coming down the right side currently. Some Lingbane looking to get a catch here, and if you can't split away, that's trouble. I was going to say, we're going to try and lift into the medevacs or what, but not even. Cure sub 100 supply, and Rogue is going to take the opening map, and oh my goodness, we have got ourselves, I think, a Cure who's it's that time of year. It's genuinely just gotten cold the last few days. It's cold now, man. It's cold. Top left corner, we're going to start with the red Terran player, repping Team Liquid. Down a game in this best of 3, and if he loses this series, he's out, by the way, so he's in a must-win game right now to protect his tournament life. It is Cure up against the blue Zerg in the bottom right corner of the map. We've got Rogue. Got cold tea in the USA too. It's kind of weird because I really felt like the temperature kind of held on for a long time here. Like I feel like the last month it's been doing pretty well. Like not warm, but not like cold, you know. Like it was good, like kind of middling temperature for a little bit. I felt like it was holding on for a long time, and then the last few days it's just given up on being there, and it's cold now. Like last week I was walking out and it was proper fine, and now it's like gloves, hoodie under my jacket weather, cold in the house. Actually, you know, usually my room is freaking hot because of the computers and stuff and the screens, but like, man, yeah, crazy. I'm like your cat moving to the warm spot. Nice. Do you have any info on when Blizzard will add some of the TLMC maps to the ladder map pool? It takes a few months. It has to go through a full process. So first of all, the TLMC voting has to conclude, and that has to be done. Then there's a lot of discussions that get held because Team Liquid are in charge of providing the map pool that will be updated onto the servers now. So TL will have a lot of discussions with players, organizers, etc., and really gather a good amount of opinions on the maps. It's not just picking maps which are cool, it's trying to pick a map pool that represents a bunch of different map styles. You know, that's why I was saying it'd be really cool, I think, if we kept Persephone, because I think Persephone is a map that kind of has its own vibe and sits very well as a standard map that is different, you know? And I think that's the one thing the TLMC map struggled with. There was a lot of good standard maps, but I don't know if they all really stood out individually as much, you know? So anyway, all of that has to happen. Then you have to go to Blizzard, and Blizzard have to double check some things, such as, you know, are the settings okay? Like, is there anything that's going to make it bad? Like, take the snow off the maps when the snow falls down, because that's not allowed. They have to double check all the names are okay as well. So yeah, it takes a couple of months basically. So it's just a little bit of a process. Isn't TLMC voting over? Yeah. Did other results out? Did they release the voting results? I didn't even see. I might have missed this. They didn't announce the results, right? Not that I can tell, at the very least. They've not announced the results? Okay, cool. Alright, well, a couple of Hellions coming up. Let's get back into this game. Game number 2, he has Rogue leads by a map. Got Banshee on the way from Q, a little bit of a safety net here as we get settled in. Let's see, Hyperflight Rotors. Kira, are we gonna... Well, I'm not gonna say are we. We are going to mech here in this game number 2, so... Kira decides to play the mech in this second game. Carapace coming up, drones and some queens on the way by. Just gonna have that Banshee in there. Like I say, speed Banshee upgrade on the way up for the moment. Aliens in the center. Another factory or two just going to come down as well. It's going to be a 3-factory setup. A couple of spores building up on the side of Rogue. Going to get those on the go. The drones coming by. Carapace coming over. Love to see some mech from the pros. Yeah, it's a little different. We haven't seen a lot, especially on this new patch where it's just not really as good because the Cyclones got nerfed. That said, we have seen Gumiho mech in a bit. He's been going like Hellbat Thor again, which is kind of fun because that was like an OG kind of Gumiho thing to do. That's been pretty fun as well. As you just see, the Ling's going to nibble up at some rocks here. The Queens are there. And the Banshee's going to come down the right-hand side to make some action happen as well. Let's see what they can do heading towards some mineral lines. Rogue currently playing the Carapace upgrade, currently playing towards the Bane Nest. Lair finishing soon. As he figures out what this is, we'll see what he diverts his game plan into. We'll see what he wants to commit for. Tommy. That's a proper lag out this time. I forgot we had all the lags at the start of the day. Alright, well, we get back to it. Hopefully just one and done. No, Pommy's going to leave anyway. All good. Alright, so you're just going to see the couple of Banshees taking some damage, and we have ourselves the factories finishing very shortly. So factory's going to be done. The Infernal Pre-Igniter and the 1-1 vehicle plating and armor upgrades up as well. I do see speed on the Bane Nest. I mean, have we not really figured it out yet from Rogue what he's playing against, or does he just think he can actually get away with just Ling Bane? Versus the, you know, for a long time against Battle Mech, Ling Bane Hydra could deal with it, but it was kind of about swarming it and taking control against it. Obviously, the speedy Banshees are not kind of a complete telltale sign of it as well, so it might just be he has not picked up on what it is, right? Like, he might just think he's still playing versus Bio. In which case, he's fallen into one of the most typical traps a Zerg can fall into, and not being prepped against that is going to make this very, very difficult as these Hellions coming around that right-hand side. Hey, thank you, by the way, Gizbro, coming in with a 2-month resub on the Prime, just to keep the dream of pro StarCraft alive. Hold that thought, because these Hellions are getting rid of the dream of keeping pro Zerg players in this game. We're not going to push them back. Didn't get many drones, just a few Zerglings to try to play defense. Rogue on his way to the Hive. I mean, now he definitely, just in case he didn't know before, he definitely knows now. So it does seem like he's pretty happy with this. But yeah, thank you, Gizbro, for the 2-month resub on the Prime. Thank you for supporting. Your subscription, your Prime, helps keep the dream of Pro StarCraft alive as well. Again, we can't do these events without you guys. There's a WardiTV tournament. The prize pool comes from you guys' support. Whether it's a Prime sub, whether it's donation, whatever it is, all helps this to happen. As Rogue getting a surround on Blue Flame Hellions, he's just not quite. I don't know how he didn't get a full surround before. I felt like he had it. I think the Hellions just broke through the shot of fire that they sent out. In the end, we will push this back and clean it up. Efficiency-wise, maybe not the best deal we've ever seen. 3k to 1.6k lost. But if Rogue can mass expand and mine, maybe that's okay. Hideout's a weird map where you actually don't have as many bases available on this map as you might think. Like, when I load into this map, I think, oh, cool, nice big standard map, right? But actually, you are 7 bases each, and that 7th base is one of the bases in the middle, right? And that's kind of like an awkward base to hang on to, so it does make you wonder a little bit, like, is this map actually going to be good for playing later game on? And maybe that's what Cure likes. A map that doesn't have endless bases and doesn't have a lot of, you know, locations to combine from. Not a lot of mech we can really do much about right now. The Parasite coming through, the Adrenal Glands coming up, the +2 melee coming about, the Neural Parasite coming over as well. Blood Banshees are going to hit the gold base. This gold base is going to go down, the rest of the Ling's still moving through. We've seen the Cyclones trying to get in after those couple of Queens still. That's a lot of Lings on the other side. And, oh, the deeper raises last second. However, now we can maybe chase those Cyclones. And for the wraparound, gets it. They might get freed, though, with the Hellions showing up. Well, it's only one dead Cyclone and no dead SCVs. We do put a bit of Burrow down. That's the problem with the Lings, though, right? Is that they keep on getting cleaned up for the moment. +2 vehicle weapons and playing on the way through. Hero continuing with the mech upgrades very comfortably so far. Let's see the Cyclone getting there, getting an Overlord as well. And the rest of the Lings could maybe pop up shortly as Cyclones will come back around. A couple more Cyclones we can get rid of here. Try and drop some fungal growths in towards the rest of this army. The Ling Ultra Bane running through. This is where the army, the mech army or the battle mech army is not meant to be as good when the, you know, fungals can lock you down, the Banes and the Ultras can connect. Interesting that Rogue is just kind of continuing to play this as though, like, to me, he's playing like an anti-Pio composition, but obviously playing it against mech. This is the base on the right side. That's going to be base 6 for him. He's got a base in the center as well he could look to work with. Doing a great job with these Lings, always trying to come in from other angles and always forcing possible surrounds, and in this case, he actually gets the full cleanup with it as well. So Rogue cleans up that army of Q. Now, Q has stepped away from Cyclone production. He's been onto Siege Tank production now for a little while, so you see a bunch of Siege Tanks coming up in comparison. Bane's coming through. We get the Ultra Infestors coming through as well. He's going to get there. A few of those drones still going down. 13 workers being picked up. Going to be seeing the Hellions. Going to get a few more drones as well. 17 workers killed. Ultra still getting busy. Ling's going to run into the natural. Ling's running up towards the main base. Still running by, looking for even more of those SCVs. As we see, the Ling's getting into the main. So again, good run bys, keeping Q busy. Obviously, the problem being you just lost 17 workers of your own. I love the burrow as well, just forcing scans to come down, just forcing him to kind of pay a bit extra attention to what's been burrowed, or to the fact that something has been burrowed at the very least. Doing a great job there to kind of really extend what he's able to do. I like it. It's been a cool game from Rogue, but I don't know if it's been enough just yet, because he's still playing, to me, a suboptimal composition versus Mech. It's a scary place to be. He needs to keep up with the fights. There is definitely work to be done right now for Rogue, but see what he can do. I mean, it feels like he should not really win many fights from here. He needs to kind of knock down bases. Kyo's becoming a 5-base Terran. He needs to really get rid of some of these bases sometime soon. Otherwise, the economy that the mech can just rebuild off of is going to be very difficult for Rogue to overcome. Resource loss is actually only a 3k difference, which is really not bad. Up the right side, it was Ultras showing up over there, but they don't really do much of anything. Spy coming up. Well, Banshee's going to be hanging about. Just going to be seeing the Hellbat and the tanks running down for the moment. Libra setting up. The Bane Ultra, I like it, man. Honestly, he's making attempts to get rid of those bases. We also got to get rid of the army in the center. Is Rogue just missing spellcasters? 11 infested, but not a Viper in sight. Viper 2 might be good here. As Planetary goes down, there's nothing nearby to replace it, so that is a base knockdown for the moment. Rogue still actually, I mean, he's sending, these Lings in over here, still hitting this base. Ultra's going to find another Planetary, and the Banes are there too. I mean, this is another dead location, no? Q has to do some serious work on the other side right now as Rogue, giving up work, giving up units to kind of get this done, but Q is basically not mining outside of his 2 bases. Rogue just needs to go and clean up this army. Like I say, that's more easily said than done, because what Kira has outside of Rogue's base is powerful, but I mean, Rogue has forced some of it to stay back at home. He's getting some mutas on the way up. That's very smart, because there's not a lot of anti-air. Unfortunately, the Liberators will be acting as some anti-air. I think Rogue 6 mutas ain't going to do it, but I would not hate it if he actually just waited for, like if he can just buy time and wait to bank even more mutas up. The more mutas he has and shows up with all at once, the better this is going to be. So, we'll see if he can keep that as a surprise, maybe. Those 8 mutas are going to finish. Fasters are just lurking, by the way. They do have Neural Parasite available. Could be a big deal. Mutas pop out. Okay, they show themselves. Now, Kira knows he needs more anti-air, perhaps. Infestors are going to drop the fungal growth on the air units to try and give the mutas a chance to survive through this. More mutas are building. We need those infestors to get through. The Ultras are going to run into siege tanks. Don't love it. We really need to get rid of those Liberators. We're going to Neural Parasite a Liberator. That's cute, but it's not enough. Rogue does not have a way to fight this army. GG's. Good attempt, but it's not good enough in the end. And Kira takes it to 1-1. A third map, and see who gets the win. Like I say, a must-win game for Kira. He loses this series, he's out of the competition. Rogue, a win here would guarantee him a spot in the playoffs. A loss here, and then he has to go see what he can do versus Christiana, which would probably still decide things. A lot to be decided here as we get into Game 3 of this series. Drones coming about, depot on the way. Take a few moments as we just have the racks and the gas coming on through. Nothing too crazy just yet. I kind of like the game from Rogue, honestly, but you really just never... I wonder what it would have looked like with some Vipers. Like, the muta switch was interesting. I think the muta switch could have worked, but you just needed more mutas and more time. Needed a way to get rid of the libs initially as well, maybe. Munstons are going to be morphing into the orbital. Reaper coming up, hatch gas in the pool, all coming over. As we just have the SCV heading down to the bottom right hand side, so getting established early. That on the go. But if he didn't go Ultra at all and spend it on the mutas, he needed the Ultras for the counterattacks. The Ultras were actually a big reason why the counterattacks worked, because they were scary enough. And he clipped the Cyclones once or twice with the Ultras too. I think he needed the Ultras to survive that long. The problem is if you switch into mutas any sooner, he was under pressure, and the mutas would not have dealt with that pressure, because there was the Cyclones still available, so the mutas just wouldn't have been good then at all. So, should have gone Hydra instead of mutas. I think at the point he made mutas, it was his best choice, because he wasn't really in a position to win a ground fight straight up, no matter what he built. So I think the mutas were a good idea of like, hey, you know, I've done everything else. I just need to clean up this army, and his mutas were like the trick play to try and clean the army up. But a couple of Vikings, the Liberators that were obviously out just to help on the ground anyway, were defense against the mutas, and just 8 mutas ain't it, right? Like, if it was like 20 mutas all at once there, like, I could be a big believer, man. Like, Kira's not rich enough to kind of build Thors. He doesn't have any Cyclones. Like, there's a real opportunity. So maybe some of the final Ultras may become mutas a little bit sooner, right? Like, maybe then we're talking. I think that the concept was okay. I think the idea was possible. It just wasn't quite there in the end with the timing that Kira pushed down when Rogue felt he had to play defense. I think that's why, like I said, that's why, you know, there was so many siege tanks, so that's probably why he went mutas, but yeah, I mean, I felt like we were missing Vipers too, guys. A couple of people have mentioned them in chat. Yeah, I think a couple of Vipers are almost always going to find some use somewhere. Because you can't abduct tanks anymore, we can still blind and cloud them, and there's a lot of pumped up tanks toward the end there as well. Maybe give the Ultras a chance at least to get into reach before they die. 11, you know what else was not great? 11 Infestors. By the time the final by the time the final fight came around, we never saw 11 Infestors worth of spellcasts. So if those 11 Infestors were maybe invested like half and half into Vipers instead, because like, I understand why he has a bunch of Infestors, but he never got to use them. So that's something else that just was so minimal. Like, he casted like 1 Neural, he casted a couple Fungals that were like, eh. Like I say, 4 or 5 Infestors would have done the same job as those 11, to be honest. Gonna see the Hyperflight Rotors again here from Cure. He's not taking additional gases just yet, though, so I wonder if he maybe plays a little bit of the mind game of like, hey, I'm gonna go Speedy Banshees, and then the next thing you know, he's you know, switching into Bio instead of Mech, and so it's, you know, it looks the same as the last game, but the follow-up is different. So maybe just trying to lay out a baseline kind of trickery, or layer of trickery here for the moment. All the things to do, we hit the rocks, and it is extra barracks, so it does look like that kind of thing I was explaining of. We try and make it look like a, you know, what it was last time, and then in reality it's something different. Now, obviously, little tells that Rogue can pick up on, right? Seeing the lack of, you know, additional Hellions will be one thing. If he does get a scout, the timing of the gases would be another factor. So all things for him to see and get the scouting confirmations at some point. Hyperflight Rose just coming right on through. A couple engineering bays coming up. Stimpack on the way. The Queen's going to get underneath the Banshees. And the land the Bay Nest will continue online from Rogue. That's a good game 3 today. It's honestly been a fun group so far. We will have Rogue Christiana to finish it up afterward. Aliens, the Reaper. I'm just going to try and come through. Gets blasted. Queen's going to be there, Reaper taking some damage. It's going to be having again the medevac tank Marine all coming through. The 1-1 upgrades on that Stimpack coming along also, so bringing that up, getting that online. Infestation Pit, Hatchery. Additional Lings coming over for the moment. Melee upgrade and Bane Speed continuing to produce. Just having the Banshee still hitting and a couple of drones going down. Queen's going to shoot. Banshee takes some damage. Hellions are going to try and step forward. A few Lings looking to go up the left-hand side as well. All those drones beginning to drop here once again. Bit more damage being done as the Baneling speed, melee upgrade, and +2 carapace continue to build up. Banshees. I'll turn around and get rid of a little bit more creep. 8 drones going down this far. The rest of Bane's morphing in. 1-1. Combat shield continue to produce. Just going to get the Hellion Banshee to open up the rocks. And the Marines will get rid of an Overlord on the side there. Just take the chance to run across over the right. The extra few Banes morphing in once more. And maybe the chance to run toward everything else here. Got that Ling Bane taking damage. The Marines going back the other way. The Hellions up to the top side. Going to hit the rocks right now. Marines will knock down a set of rocks and obviously open the map a little. Create some more kind of pathways around for him to move on, but also will create some surrounding potential maybe for the Zerg, so it's a little bit scary to have those extra set of rocks opened up already. It's a massive counterattack from Rogue. He says, "Hi, I don't fancy playing the long game here." Well, I mean, understandable, but also just like, this is a good counterattack. And there's no blockage up in the natural, so maybe you could have split a few Lings up there sooner before the Marines pulled back. Could have been impactful. Right side base may be in trouble. Rogue does have 4 bases along the bottom, so losing this right side 5th may not be the biggest of deals, especially when he's already killed 22 SCVs right off the bat. 34 Lings, the Ultra Cavern about halfway done. Medevac getting some shots from the Spore Crawler. The Banshee's trying to come through once again. Lings still surrounding on those Marines. The Banes are going to try and catch, and they're actually going to smash through there. Rogue's counterattacks continue to do decently. I mean, there's not a lot of units back over here at home, right? So there's a lot more SCVs that are going to go down. Here is obviously trying to build itself towards this 4th base. Maybe that's a good target for Rogue. Get rid of a 4th base right now. Ling's still chasing SCVs. Another 12 have died. He's down 30 workers, Cure. Do we get this 4th base? I'm not sure. We need Banelings at home defensively. As you can see, the push-up right now from Cure trying to come through that other side. There is that cancel on the base. Couple Lings coming about, SCVs going down, Marines still stepping forward, the rest of the Banelings coming through as well. Lings coming around the other side here, couple siege tanks taking damage. Drilling claws, 2 upgrades continue to come by as well. Marine tank medevac on the way up from Cuba. We got all that going. Queen's going to shoot, the unit's going down. One more shots. Banshee's still taking some damage. We just have the Marines firing through. The Queen's still moving across into position. The Marines are going to fire. Ling Bane wanting to come over. Rogue is struggling to clean up this army. There's just one army of, like, he put so much into counterattacking that this one army of Kira has been so freaking powerful. And Rogue has just not had the numbers to deal with. He's so close to Ultras. He's so close to so many things that would help. He just doesn't have everything set up just yet. A little bit of creep to help out. The Widow Mine doesn't go off. Hey, we forced the lift off. Okay, we're gonna get some time. So this makes this playable, no? Because now you're gonna... Oh, the Ultra, no! Oh my god. Transfuse? Oh, Ultra save. Ultra is saved. Yeah, time is Rogue's friend, man. Like, he got a lot of his eco killed off. And more chances to get more Ultras on the map is only gonna help. +2 melee finishing soon also. Another Ultra spawns. Is that what we just have to go with right now? It might be. We might not have much else of a choice. Another stim out of these Marines. The Ultras try and catch. We load up from the medevacs again. Kira falls back to the other side. We're actually going to be able to get on top of the siege tank maybe here. Gets rid of that. The Marines back in the medevacs, and Kira will retreat away. 4th base building. Rogue secures a 5th base as this gets pushed away. And we get to continue on. We get to continue on. Marines and medevacs. Sorry, excuse me. In the center, but these Ultras are genuinely out and now really are going to be that much better. I mean, this is just going to become tough for Cure. Like, he's actually going to be in trouble now with these Ultras available to Rogue. He was so close, and what a defense from Rogue to hang on in there, because he had to grip with whatever he could. And he really just about managed to hang himself onto it. And the block since this coming through. Couple infestors coming about. The Overseer building. Get some more Zerglings on the way as well. Let's take a few moments of calming down as the Marines unload. Gonna get rid of a little bit more over here as well. A little bit of biostemming back to the top side as we take a few moments. Again, the infestors and lings all building up. We got ourselves a +3 attack on the way. Concussive shells being added on. A lot of little bits and pieces still being brought into play for the moment right now. As the Bio will grab a few of the Marines and get ready to take those across into position. Kua just loses the 4th base. Not great. Just straight up lost the base. Kind of important, you know. Game looks as though it's going to play on a little bit, perhaps. Like 4th base, kind of useful. I mean, Ling's just coming, causing trouble on the other side is an understatement after killing the 4th base off, just winning the game maybe. That's a huge play. It delays Kira a massive amount, and we're going to run in here. The Infestor from behind, the Fungal goes off, and we do get the Ultras close because of it. Now Widow Mines, friendly firing as well. A lot of the Bio took a big splash from one of the mine hits there. We have to go running as Rogue decides to back away from this. The Bio will continue to try and chase a little further. 2 more Libs, Marine Marauder all coming up. Liberator will just siege the top of this mineral line here and just stop anything from getting mining on that position for now, if nothing else. Actually going to unload Medivacs on Marauders onto that position too. Rogue's still down on supply. I mean, somehow those Fungals and that fight was not great for him. He is down, 15-ish army supply at the moment. Those 3 Carapace coming through will be a major help to keep these Ultras a little bit healthier. Keep them alive for longer in these trades for sure. Cyclones will get to the top side. Moving over, the Liberator firing at the Overlord. Faster reduction. Medivacs loading. And +3 Carapaces. Finishing up right now as well. So continue through with that for the moment. Again, the Marine Marauder Medivac mine. All coming over just for a little bit. Bio going to step forward. A couple Lings going down. And that CC is about to get a burrowed. Dropped on top of position here. So we're going to drop that command center onto place. We see the rest of the Bio coming out. A few SCVs going between the locations right now. And Spire halfway done. The Ultra still building. You're just going to see the Bio in the mines to the right. We're still counterattacking this Rogue. Ling Ultra going to show up. Guess what? He wants that 4th base. Chomp, chomp. Kua. Okay, actually lifts it this time. I was going to say he should start to repair it soon, right? SCV's going down. The Ultra running into that natural. Does cause a little bit of trouble. This Ultra gets away on the right side as well. So we deny the 4th base a teeny bit longer. Rogue keeping Kua from getting settled down. That right side base of Rogue looks like he'll be in trouble. There's army on the map. He's going to find a Kura instantly, and he will get rid of it. So that's a quick cancel. No problem. Spire about to be done here as well. The Ultra that was retreating from the top side gets caught by this army too. So unfortunately, a run-in that was unexpected there. It does not go your way. One mine's going to pull back the other side. It's going to get the Liberator sieging as well. A couple mine shots trying to come through. The Infestor going to waddle forward on the ground underneath. Gonna see where we can get to also here. The Bio still pushing down the right, looking to get some catches. The Widow Mine's going off. Zergling's getting turned around. Forcing a lot of these Widow Mines to unburrow and reburrow. The units that came down the right side became a little bit separated here. We could unpop that Infestor, find the Fungal Growth, and he is going to stop the retreat. We will get away with the Medivacs in the end. No follow-up Fungal or anything, but still a good opportunity to push Kua back as Rogue makes the play on that right side. We now have, again, a couple Ultras coming about. Ling still in production. +3 melee producing. A couple Widow Mines will just go after some Zerglings as well. +3 melee going about. +1 flyer attack upgrade coming through. Widow Mine shot. Going to be hitting the Ultra as we just have Marauders, Medivacs building through. The Widow Mine going to go after a Zergling. The Corruptor's wanting to show up, but not quite able to do anything of impact yet. Nice to maybe knock down some Medivacs, perhaps. Some Libs as well, though there's not too many of them currently. Ultras just joined up together here. There's going to be another Widow Mine we kill off. We'll try and chase the others down. We're finally truly secured onto a 4th base. As Rogue will let that one Ultras run into its death. He actually gets 9 more drones on the go, so Rogue really looking to get into a bit more of a popping economy, but he's going to be 80 plus workers. In a game where Kua has 49, there is that fear that Kua maxes out, has 30 army supply more than you, and is just able to take trades with an army you can never do anything about. Now, that should be less possible than last time, because we are going to be having the Infestors, a couple of them to kind of spellcast with. I say there's only one on the map right now. I mean, this army has better potential against like an army count like that. Obviously, previously we saw that being an issue. It was a little bit different. So we will see. And maybe Rogue doesn't give us that opportunity. Does he run in on this right-hand side here? A little bit bio coming back over in this direction. We are going to see a Widow Mine going off. Bane Ultra moving its way through. A couple Widow Mines trying to set up as well. Bane still chasing. Infestor catches a fungal. Really only on a couple of the medevacs though. And I think if we just get rid of the 4th base here, that alone would be a win for Rogue. Even if it's expensive, he loses some units in the end of it all. I mean, you just can't continue in this game as Q if you don't have a 4th base. Like, you need the money. He's getting a new CC up, but it's an investment to build into that. Corruptors do find a couple of medevacs in the end as well. We're going to lose this hatchery right side yet again. It's been a couple of times he's lost it. He does have all of his other bases set up, though. Currently a 6-base Zerg obviously feels fairly comfortable against a currently 3-base mining Terran player. 90 minutes deep, so mains and naturals are all dry of money as well. The 3rd base is barely hanging on. So again, Kira's income is nigh on 0, which means his army's not going to get much larger, which means he's not going to get that kind of maxed out over army supplying kind of Rogue situation. As Rogue runs through, Ling Bane coming up, the Corruptors will chase, the medevac's pushed away, the Ultra's running over as well. Let's see, a Widow Mine shot there goes off. Medevac. Corruptors might just commit here. The Ultras are just going to run into this. As Rogue just decides it's time to send this, the Corruptors will work their way through whatever is nearby in the skies. The Ultras are not being stopped by a single thing. GG says Kua as he is eliminated from WardiTV October. 1 and 2 will not get you through. And unfortunately that means Christiana is eliminated